Officials in Ferdinand are continuing to work on a new comprehensive plan, and Dina Hubler and Joe Beeler discuss the DuBois County CASA program tonight on Inform. All of that and much more is up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Hello, I'm Bradford Raths. Work on the town of Ferdinand's comprehensive plan is now set to kick into high gear. Earlier this week, the Ferdinand Town Council decided to hire self-employed consultant Kathy Kleindorfer of Evansville to oversee efforts to update the plan. The town will pay about $5,100 for her services. The town is planning to have Kleindorfer hold group meetings with the high school, community groups such as the Ferdinand Chamber of Commerce, and local businesses as part of the process. After those meetings, the town will hold a large public session later this year at the Ferdinand Community Center to gather more input. No dates have been set for any of the meetings as of this point. Ferdinand Town Council President Ken Seacard says the public was a big part of developing the town's last comprehensive plan. He says that public support will be needed this time around as well.
I just want to hear what they're thinking. I mean, to me it's important, as I told Kathy when I was talking to her, my thing is to let our people know in the Ferdinand community that they can help guide this community and give us some suggestions on where we move next. And to me, I think it was an exciting time the last time when we actually built the comprehensive plan. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, is another big push and to get us started into some new areas or going after some stuff that everybody thinks we need to work on.
Seacard says more than 140 people attended the public sessions for the last comprehensive plan. Now, the town's current comprehensive plan was implemented back in 2008. That plan, which was set up for 10 years into the future, included a community profile, an action plan, and a map that shows areas where future growth would be most feasible. Seacard says the final goal of this effort will be to build on the success of the current plan.
We have a tremendous comprehensive plan. The history and all of that is in fantastic shape. Our next challenge is just, okay, what are the next steps we want to go after? So we're going to build off of the old plan and just see where we can go. So it's an action plan. It's going to tell us a what, a how we're going to do it, who's going to be working on it, and give us a kind of a date, when we want it done.
Town officials are hoping to come up with about 10 to 12 specific projects to work on in the community by the time the process is completed. Seacard says final approval on plan updates will come from the Ferdinand Plan Commission. Seacard says Kleindorfer has already met with the Plan Commission to get the ball rolling. The president, CEO, and chairperson of the board of directors for Jasper's Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center has decided to step down. Ray Snowden plans to retire from his position on March 31st, according to the hospital's winter newsletter. Snowden joined Memorial Hospital as a staff pharmacist in 1981 and also served as director of pharmacy, vice president of ambulatory services, and executive vice president. He was named as board chairman in 2013 and has been the CEO of the hospital since 1999. Ray Snowden has been a member of the hospital's administrative staff since 1985 and holds bachelor's degrees in education and pharmacy and a master's degree in health services management. The native of Modesto, California, will be replaced by Kyle Bennett, who is the facility's vice president and chief operating officer, as part of a succession plan that's been in the works since 2012. Bennett has been a part of Memorial Hospital since 1997, first serving as vice president of finance. Bennett has bachelor's degrees in English and accounting, as well as a master's degree in business administration. He is a certified public accountant and holds the status of fellow in the Healthcare Financial Management Association and the American College of Healthcare Executives. Bennett and his wife Michelle live in Jasper and have 3 children. Authorities have arrested a Washington man in connection with an alleged sexual assault earlier this week. According to reports out of Washington, 45-year-old Timothy Strahl was taken into custody by Daviess County Sheriff's deputies after a woman told authorities that Strahl had sexually assaulted her early Tuesday morning. Reports say the incident was called in at around 2 o'clock that morning. Sheriff's deputies say the woman was asleep at her home in the Oakwood Trailer Court when Strahl allegedly walked into her room wearing black clothes. Strahl, who was carrying a gun with him, told her he was a police officer and had noted her involvement in illegal activity by watching her. Authorities say Strahl then offered to not report her supposed wrongdoing in exchange for sex. The woman later told police she fled the home after Strahl allegedly started to commit sexual battery on her. Reports say the police investigation led to Strahl, and he was later identified by a witness as being the man involved. After taking Strahl into custody, police found a handgun and paraphernalia associated with making meth. Authorities also say Strahl later tried to escape, but was caught after a short pursuit. Strahl was booked into the Davies County Security Center, where he is being held without bond. He's charged for sexual battery with a deadly weapon, criminal confinement, burglary, possession of a firearm by a violent felon, and escape, among several other charges. And finally tonight, police have apprehended a Pike County man wanted on federal drug charges who escaped from a prison transport van in Georgia. Cartersville, Georgia Police Major Mark Camp said yesterday that 42-year-old Shawn Killian of Winslow was recaptured near Ellettsville, that's just northwest of Bloomington. Killian had been arrested in Florida and was wanted on charges in connection with a large meth trafficking ring in the Evansville area that police busted last week. Now, Cartersville Police Lieutenant Rich Hawley has said Killian shoved a guard and ran away after the van stopped outside a gas station on February 4th in Cartersville en route to Indiana. Hawley said the female guard chased and caught up to Killian, but he broke away after a struggle. Now, reports from Evansville said 13 people were arrested during raids last Thursday related to the case. The entire investigation saw police seize 74 pounds of methamphetamine, and that had a street value of more than $3.3 million. All right, coming up after the break, your local forecast, sports with Kurt Gooksell, and Inform. That's all up next here on the 18 WJTS News. Local people watching local people.